So this is the Aggie Classic, the opener for the Aggies. Year number 2 under head coach Tricia Ford.
Yeah, Tricia Ford said year 2, the honeymoon is over. Things get a lot tougher from here. It's a very athletic team this year, a team that lacked a little bit of depth, and that's something that they definitely added in this offseason.
Deep to right, a 3-run homer for Keely Williams. Allie Enright, back-to-back homers, and it's 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup today that have launched the long ball for A&M. 3 straight strikeouts by Brooke Vestal. It's run down by Jazz Hill. That will end it. A&M will win it 11-0. They shut out Valpo.
Great job. Way to come out and get taking care of business tonight, okay?
Texas A&M opened their season with a home tournament where they went 5-0. Then they headed out west to San Diego, and a road challenge awaited at the Campbell-Cartier Classic. But the Aggies proved up to the task and remained undefeated. In San Diego, there were 2 upsets of number 14, Oregon. Next up, back home, it was the Texas A&M Invitational, and the 12th man responded with the second highest attendance mark in Davis Diamond's history in the Saturday contest, and the weekend ended with A&M sitting with a 14-1 record on the year. And the last tournament was out in Fullerton, California, another swing out west, and A&M was dominating once again, scoring 40 runs in 5 games. And the Aggies are now 20-2 with their pre-conference schedule behind them and the SEC awaiting.
I think we had a really good preseason. Obviously, we had a couple of losses that we didn't want to see happen, but I think we bounced back really well from those, especially this past weekend. I think we just had a really good preseason. Our pitching was awesome. Our defense was great. Our offense is just, oh my gosh, it's my favorite part to just hit in this lineup, and it's just really special. 1 through 9, I just feel like we're really talented, and I don't know, it's just been a lot of fun.
We've done a really good job of playing pretty consistently. So I think defensively we've done a good job. Our offense, we've had the ability to switch some things up. When you are playing 2 games a day, that's just a lot. It's a long day. And we've played some tough teams back to back in a single day. And really it's a good practice for us to drain the tank, reload, drain the tank again. And that's just your ability to kind of show up for every game. We've progressed, and so I'm ready to get going and see what it's like for conference.
I think it went really well. I think as a team we have each other's backs, and it's really good to see that it's all coming together. Preseason was really good for us. Coach Ford preaches play everyone the same, doesn't matter who they are, what name they wear. So I think personally I attack every team like an SEC team, so when I get to SEC, nothing's different.
Emily Kennedy has been nothing short of brilliant in the circle and has already earned SEC Pitcher of the Week accolades.
Lefty has been tremendous for us, and she's always wanted this for her team. She's always wanted to come out and be the person that the team kind of jumps on her shoulders and takes over. And I think, we saw progression last year. Then we really, this fall, took some steps that were really hard for her, but she embraced it, and I think she's reaping those rewards now. Her and I are having very different conversations. Like, she can feel when she's working too fast, and kind of her emotions are part of it, and kind of the results of that. And so I just think there's an overall, I would say confidence or belief in her team behind her, and you can really see that with how she's taking the mound.
I think the add of the changeup is 100% makes me better as a pitcher, because the change of speed is what the game's all about. And I spent the whole summer, whole offseason on my mental game, and I think that's the big game changer. Is I'm not going to have that freak out moment like I used to. You have to tell yourself you're better than anyone else, that the person in the box, you're going to get her out, you're going to beat her, she can't beat you. And if she beats you, she's not going to beat you again. And that's one thing I had to learn late, and I wish I would have learned a lot earlier, is that you're the best one on that mound. It's all coming together, and the awards really help show that, what I see is what everyone else sees, and it's my junior year. I think it's starting to click, which is really exciting.
so fun to play behind her. I mean, our defense, like, you want to go out and make those big plays for her because she's just working her tail off on the mound, and you can tell playing behind her, she just has such good composure. Like, nothing ever phases her at all. It's been a blast to play behind her, and we're really lucky to have her on our team.
Allie Enright has been scorching at the plate, and she herself has earned weekly honors from the league.
She's always put in the work. Last year she put in work. This year she continues to put in work, but I think she understands it. She understands her swing better. She understands what pitch she has to attack. She's strong. That kid is super strong. Michelle has pushed them in the weight room. And so, she'll get a pitch and not even hit it, square, and she'll still hit it, over the fence. So I think strength in our game is huge. I mean, there's some games I know from a pitching standpoint where you throw a pitch and you're like, that kid got jammed on it and it somehow went 220 feet. And Allie's being able to do that to other opponents.
I feel like last year was just a growing year for me. You can tell, like, throughout the season I got a lot better, but it was difficult, especially just after my freshman year, just trying to get my confidence back. But this year, like, mentally at the plate, I've just been so confident in myself and so confident in my teammates behind me, and just trusting that if I don't get it done, the person behind me will. But it's just been really fun this preseason. Obviously, I put in a lot of hard work. I was in the weight room every day, hitting every day with the girls every day, so it was super fun. And then obviously the fall, because it's off season, but it's grind time for those 5-6 months, and then coming back in January with the war games and all that stuff, just putting in a lot of hard work. So it was fun to see all that hard work pay off, and just trying to keep that going.
The SEC is certainly a grind, but that's a process the Aggies are familiar with. They've set themselves up for success.
For conference, it's much different. You're going to play one opponent 3 times. So we'll spend an in-depth week of preparing for their pitchers, their offense, their defense, things that we can really, I would say, exploit in our favor. So it's a very different outlook. I think the other piece is when you get to conference, those games are exhausting. I mean, they are hard. Every pitch counts, every, at-bat counts, every ground ball counts. And so even though you're playing 2 games in pre-conference, the intensity of a single game, everything matters, is really, really acute. And so it gives us some practice, honestly, to be able to, again, focus on every pitch, reload, empty the tank, and then go again. And Sunday is kind of, right, a free-for-all. Like, okay, let's see who's got the most left in the tank, who has the most, I would say, insides to be able to go out and compete and win a series.
I'm really excited. I love playing at home. Davis-Diamond is the best field that there could ever be, and the fan base is why I came to school here. The 12th man has your back 100%, and I'm excited to play in front of them.
Obviously, SEC is going to be really tough, playing the same team 3 times. Our preparation hasn't really changed at all. I mean, it stays the same. Just day-to-day during the week, you're more focused on attacking, like, the pitches that you're going to face in the upcoming weekend, which we did that for preseason too, but it was hard because you're facing like 5 different teams or whatever, where at SEC you're facing the same team all weekend. SEC is tough though, but we're all really excited to just get started this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, way to finish. You're strong. Great job. Great team effort. Lots of good things. Some good growth. It's about to be the fun stuff. Okay, you have one more midweek. We're going to practice as a team on Tuesday, but it's go time, you guys. It's what you've been waiting for. Come out, let's get focused, let's hit a little reset button, and then let's get after it, okay? Lefty, you had a hell of a preseason. Right? Good job. Very nice, okay? Let's get some rest, let's get a good night's sleep. Be ready to go on Tuesday. Okay? Good team win. Good job, you guys.
Good job, y'all. Hey, get back, say woo!